Hello everyone. In today's video, I'll be taking you guys through this template and explaining everything that is there in this template. It is super simple and straightforward. And yeah, let's get started. So this template is all about tiny habits that change everything. So for example, let's say from my life experience, I always want to learn guitar. And the thought of learning guitar it be like so stressful. There's so much more to it. There's chords, the scales. If you guys know guitar, you would know all of that. Uh, so this template you can use to um, make yourself better with the skill or the goal that you want to accomplish. Like, why do you want to accomplish this particular goal? Like, for example, I mentioned that I want to learn guitar. So here I would write that I want to learn guitar because so and so is my inspiration and I would like to be that kind of person one day. So I would write all about my dream in this introduction and maybe put a picture of the inspirational model over here. And yeah, that's super simple and straightforward, so that each time you come to visit this template, you would get inspired and rethink that, okay, this is what I want to do with my goal, and I want to become this kind of person one day. So you'll be able to fulfill your dream thinking that, okay, maybe I'll become this person one day. But not just maybe, you will become. So keep that in mind and work towards your goal. So moving on to why behavior change is hard. Behavior change is hard, more so like a goal that you're creating. If it's not a goal that you have created on your own, probably you're taking up the goal because your parents want you to. So that's kind of a hard thing to do, right? Or more so that you want to develop this particular skill that you're thinking of. Like for example, again, from my perspective, is to learn guitar. So I think that, okay, learning guitar is difficult. Initially, everything is difficult. So I write over here, what is it about guitar that is so hard? And what would I do to overcome those particular obstacles? So I write all of this down so that each time I come back here, it would make me want to learn guitar even more than yesterday. So let's move on to the next point, that is the fog behavior model. Everything that is in here is like your motivation, your prompts that has succeeded, and the prompts that have failed. Everything that you have taken to put in the effort to make your goal succeed, and whatever you did, consider to making your goal succeed, maybe even became a failure, which would make you pretty sad. Like, to be honest, it would make everyone sad, right? Like, whoever wants to accomplish a certain goal, they would obviously be sad if they didn't. So you can write all the points that you did to accomplish this particular goal. Like, what did I do to accomplish, to learn guitar? I would write down my points. Okay, first step would be to buy a guitar, obviously. Second step is to get enrolled in a tuition. And the third point, which is like you have to practice, obviously. So it would be like you have to practice every day. So it is all about practice if you want to achieve something. And you have to put in all the motivation that you can find around yourself. If you want to become someone great, you have to push yourself. If nobody else around you is pushing you to become a better person of yourself. So yeah. And you can write a small question over here, like, what did you do to accomplish this particular goal? Or maybe a question like, what did you do to accomplish your goal so far, and what kept you moving on, and what was the faith that kept you holding on to this particular goal, or something like that, to keep motivating you with every moment that goes by. So moving on to the next point, it is the starter step. To everything in life, there's obviously a first step and a last step. More like the first step, as you can see in this picture, it's the first step as an entrepreneur, and then he goes to step 5, and he accomplished everything that he wanted in his life, right? Similarly to our lives as well, if you just sit back and relax, and yeah, there is time for relaxing, but if you want to accomplish something, we obviously need to go and work for it. Like the goal that you set for yourself. Like remind yourself every day in the morning when you wake up. Like what is it that I want to accomplish this year? Like for me, I want to learn guitar. So it would be like, okay, I wake up in the morning, dream of how I would be on stage playing the guitar, whether it's lead or just plain acoustics, you know. So it's all about the small step. The small step for me is I have to buy a guitar, enroll myself in tuitions, or find a really good course online and stick to basic because basic is key. So it's just all about the starter step. So I will write about what did I do as the first step in the morning, or what is the first step that made me push myself to learn this particular instrument or something like that. It's really fun to keep yourself motivated by writing a small blog or even 2-3 lines in this passage. So you can even write a small question. Okay, it would be like a tricky thing to keep digging into your mind, like what is it that keeps me going with this particular goal or skill set, you know? So it'll be like that. So moving on to the next topic, tiny habits. Everything starts with just doing it for the sake of doing, and until it becomes like a habit, you know, like brushing your teeth. You have to do it, otherwise it'll become rotten, right? And even with push-up is so hard. Like, let's be real. You just do 2-3 push-ups every day. Like, there are different levels of push-up, right? Like a bench push-up, and then you go onto the floor. So similarly with your habits. Like if you want, like, let's take my example itself. Like I want to learn guitar. I can't just go on a stage and to play a song about something, or I have to learn the chords, I have to learn the scales in order to learn a song, and then build my confidence to play in front of my family and then go on the stage. It's all about tiny steps. So moving on to the next topic is emotion, not repetition. Emotion plays a really big role in our life. Like it is our emotion that makes us the person that we are. Like if you want to become an astronaut or something, it is the emotion that captures us to become an astronaut. Or it is a certain emotion that pulls us to become the person that we are. Or it is the present emotion that keeps going on in our mind till we become the person that our emotions wants us to be. I don't know if that made sense, but it's a real catalyst that makes habit possible. Like for example, I really want to play the guitar. I want to really learn how to play guitar. It is the emotion. Like I really like to play the guitar and listen to videos on YouTube that has, or they explain how to learn guitar, and just the cover songs on YouTube that involve guitar that makes me go like, oh, I want to be that kind of a person one day. It is all about the emotions. So you can involve your emotions in your habit, in the goal that you want to accomplish, or the skill set that you want to accomplish, and within no time you'll be like so drawn to it, so clung onto it, and be like, I want to do that. So you can write everything that you feel over here, and you can even write a question down here, and maybe later on towards the end of when you accomplish this course or the skill set that you want to accomplish, you can write down the answer to the particular question. Like you can ask yourself now during the process, like my question would be like my question would be, why do I want to learn guitar, and what emotions does it involve? Because of the emotions, I want to play guitar because it makes me happy, and that would be my future answer. Probably it would change, but right now it is that. So let's move on to the next topic. It is behaviors, travel, and packs. Like I mentioned earlier, I want to learn guitar, and for that there are 3 steps, right? One is to buy a guitar, then enroll yourself in a tuition, then you have to keep practicing each and every day till you learn guitar. So it is the behavior, right? So when I enroll myself in tuition to learn guitar, I would obviously be meeting new people who are also interested in learning guitar. So there I would make some friends. And the friends that I make there are my pack. You know, it's like a pack of wolves. They travel together. They have like-mindedness. So we are all a certain pack. So you have to find a right pack to uh, be accomplished in a particular goal or skill set that we want to accomplish. So in my case, it would be guitar. So I would have a friend that tells like, "Hey, I want to learn guitar." So you can um, write a small paragraph here on how your journey went. It's more like a blog and a small note that keeps you going, looking at the sweet memories, and yeah, it's just all fun and thing, because it is the goal that you want to accomplish. It's also a skill set. Maybe in the future you would like to make a big career out of the goal that you are currently trying to accomplish, you know. So yeah. And the next point is 3 ways to make something easier. Anything in life that you have, maybe it's just the dishes that you want to do every single day. It'd be like, oh, I have to do the dishes again. Might as well eat from a paper plate, you know. So yeah, you can write a small note about that. You can like highlight it, backspace, it's gone. You can type everything in here. I'm going to undo that for now. And yeah, and you can write a question. What are the easier ways to accomplishing this particular task? What did you do? And for me, it would be like a jam session with my tuition buds uh, from to learn guitar, you know, because it is a tuition and we make friends and we have all the same goals that we want to accomplish. So it's like it's easier that way, you know. Yeah. So moving on to the next point is anchoring with prompt. So in this particular point is like, why did I enroll myself with a guitar tuition? You know, in a guitar tuition, because I want to learn guitar. And if the particular guitar tuition is not helping me, what's my second choice? What is the other alternative way to learn guitar? It's obviously an online course, or if online course is not an option, maybe a one-to-one person or a 10-to-1 like a group session with a teacher, like another tuition group, you know, that's another option. So you have to keep putting yourself in one way or another to keep pushing yourself to accomplishing that goal. That's what I would do. So the last point is behavior design flowchart. It is basically a self-reflection of your journey in order to accomplish that particular goal. And as for me, I would be like, I am fully satisfied with the goal that I have accomplished, that is to learn guitar, and I've successfully accomplished to learn the chords and the scales and everything that it takes to know that you know how to play the guitar. And it is just small baby steps that you can learn and how you can accomplish, you know. So yeah, you can write many questions over here. You can rewrite the question like that, backspace, and then you can type a question, but I want to undo that right now. And yeah, it is pretty sweet and simple. If you have more options, you can just uh, uh, hover over it, just click on that. It is an enter. You have another option, and you can just type in there. So it's that simple, and it is super easy. So you can, it's like a blog post, but a much more simplified version of one particular thing that you're concentrating on. Like for me, like I explained through other video, it is to accomplish learning guitar. So these are all the small steps and procedures that I would do in order to accomplish learning guitar. That's it from me today. Signing off. Thank you.